They're some of the most honorable people I've ever met. And that starts with the most senior members of the family to the youngest members of the family. As they say, they're a cut of the same cloth.
When you have a family that is really working well together, it's a beautiful thing to see.
When I'm in meetings with the Robbins family, they can have disagreements and they can have at times it be impassioned.
When that meeting was done, they would get out. If it was in the fall, they would go out and go bird hunting together. They had the meeting, they made the decision, they moved on.
With that generation of Jim Sr. and Janice, how well they complement each other. The very same thing I've seen with the three children that have come in as the fifth generation and how well they complement each other.
And Jim and Janice has passed that down to Jimmy's kids.
They respect each other, they listen to each other, and at the end of the day they reach a consensus and they stand behind it. You have to be united and you have to all be on board. And that's one thing I think that the Robbins family personifies.
You don't stay in business for 142 years without doing something right.
The Robbins family have been such an integral part of the Forest Society of Maine pretty much since it began. Janice and Jim Robbins were looking for some prime white pine growing land in Maine, and they ended up being the successful bidder for 20,000 acres or more of forest land. They looked at each other and they said, we can't develop this. This is just something very, very special. And so Forest Society was really in the lead in crafting a conservation easement with them. It set the standard for a new way of doing conservation in Maine that was very supportive of the values and ethics in Maine, of outdoor recreation, of forest management, of keeping land in private ownership, but also having these public values conserved forever.
We talk about the fifth generation, but between Catherine and Alden and Jimmy, there are 13 children there. So the sixth generation is coming right behind them. So their view as they look at this industry, it isn't for the next 3 years or the next 5 years. It's for the next 25 years, the next 30 years.
It's exciting to see them continue to expand. And they've put in a brand new cogeneration operation where they're producing a significant amount of power that's being sold onto the grid, as well as providing steam for the plant. And they have just recently acquired some more sawmills.
They've set up production lines where they're doing priming, staining, and coating, so that a lot of the product now is being brought to the marketplace as a pre-finished product. They have been proactive out there looking for ways to improve the product, to bring more value to the product, more value to their customer, and that's something that they've had great success with.
It's very, very obvious when you interact with them that they care about one another in a very significant way. And there's only one way to describe that, and that's the word love.
And there's one thing about the lumber business, there's going to be good days, and there's definitely going to be bad days.
When you build that brand and you are solidly behind that brand and the quality stays the same and the consistency stays the same, that brand will serve you not only in good times when it's easy for everybody, but that brand will also serve you during times when things aren't as easy.
They, as a family, set an example for others to follow. A standard that is as high as it can get. And for that, I couldn't be happier to celebrate this effort.
The Robbins family have been inspirational in showing how you could benefit your company, benefit the community, and do something for the future.